got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need right here. Make me sing along. Sing along.
Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. In case this is your first time watching one of my videos, hi, I'm Lesley. I'm so glad to have you here, and let me turn around. Okay, probably doesn't tell you much, but I did include it in the title and the thumbnail. I'm in Roermond, which is you might be able to tell that up there. It's a McArthur Glen outlet center. So they do have a couple of luxury brands. I'm currently standing in front of Prada. I already went inside Gucci as well, and I did film, and I'm planning to do some more filming inside Prada. I think there's a Valentino somewhere here. There should be a Ferragamo. So yeah, really excited to take you along. And of course, I'm going to try to show you as many prices as possible, because that's usually what's most interesting, especially when it comes to outlet centers. So yeah, Roermond is in the Netherlands. I think I mentioned that. And by the way, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I'm so glad to have you here. On my channel, I talk about all things luxury, in particular handbags, but I cover a wide range of topics. I film unboxings, shopping vlogs, travel vlogs, all the good stuff. So if any of that sounds like a thing, I would love for you to consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And I guess before I make this intro any longer than it has to be, let's get going.
We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need right here. Make me sing along. Sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me, yeah.
Alright, so if you're not familiar with Roermond, let me quickly give you an idea of which type of brands, or like the range of categories that you can expect inside Roermond. So Roermond is actually set up like a tiny village, essentially. Talk about tiny, it's not actually tiny. You have so many stores, and you can definitely spend a whole day there. They also have like a fairly decent food court and like pretty good selection when it comes to food, so you can definitely make a day out of it. But anyway, to give you an idea of which type of brands you can expect, obviously this vlog is more so focused on the higher tier luxury designer items, but that's definitely not the sole focus of Roermond. You can basically find anything inside Roermond. So they do have a couple of watch brands starting at the mid-tier prices. So you do have a Tissot, you do have a Seiko there, but you also have a Montblanc, Tag Heuer, I think I saw, Breitling, and yeah, so watches is definitely an area that's covered. They also have a couple of like kitchen appliances shops. So for instance, they do have a Le Creuset, but they actually have a couple of shops where you can buy like pots and pans and even like full-on barbecues, and they deliver for free or something like that. Don't quote me on the delivery, but to give you an idea, they do have a huge selection when it comes to like different types of items. Then obviously luxury brands, as I said. So they do have a Gucci, they have a Prada, Valentino, Ferragamo. They don't have a Saint Laurent, they don't have a Dior, they don't have a Fendi, which is quite unfortunate. But if you want to get an idea of which type of bags or like shoes, items in general end up inside like a Saint Laurent outlet, a Fendi outlet, a Dior outlet. Make sure to check out my vlogs from Bicester Village, which is an outlet center close to London, actually closer to Oxford, but it's fairly accessible from London, as well as my vlogs from the Mall Firenze, which is an outlet center close to Florence in Italy. They do have Celine, Dior, Fendi and all that. You don't get that in Roermond, but you still get a fairly large selection when it comes to luxury brands. They also obviously have tons of like mid-tier, both like leather goods, like handbag brands like Longchamp, Coccinelle, Furla, Guess, Michael Kors and all that. And also when it comes to like clothing and ready to wear. But yeah, I'm not going to even try to get close to naming all of the brands or like the categories that you can find in Roermond. I'll make sure to leave a link to the list of all of the shops that they have inside the outlet center down in the description box below, and you can click through and decide whether Roermond is something that you're interested in going to. But yeah, enough talk about Roermond in general. By the way, not sponsored, obviously. They don't know who I am. I just realized I was in the area anyway, and there are hardly any, at least like hardly any English-speaking vlogs about Roermond. So hopefully this video is interesting or like helpful for you. Anyway, let's look at some Gucci pieces. The Gucci store ended up being fairly big, and the selection was pretty vast. So obviously they did have a couple of shoes on display, and most of them, not most of them, but a lot of them were heavily discounted, which is great. They did have some like funky pieces, but also loads of like classic looking styles. Ready to wear also was highly discounted. Not all of the pieces, of course, but they did have a huge selection of like special price pieces. I think, like from memory, I think whenever I saw special price inside Bicester Village, I was like, okay, stay away from that, because usually like the special prices in Bicester, I didn't see that in Roermond. They just sold pieces at the regular price, not discounted for the outlet, which I thought was kind of like iffy. But yeah, I didn't see that in Roermond. And actually, like the special price was special in terms of it being like reduced multiple times, which I appreciate. And they also had a huge selection of the Adidas Gucci collaboration. So yeah, when was that? Like 1.5-ish years ago when that released, maybe 2 even. Jeez, like time flies. Anyway, so they had tons of pieces from the Adidas Gucci collaboration, both ready to wear as well as like shoes and handbags as well. The Adidas collaboration was definitely like one of the main focuses of whatever was in stock like when I went to Roermond, but obviously that kind of depends when you go. But they also had a huge selection of more like classy, like standard line items, and they were still at like fairly good discounts. Also, they had a huge selection of their scarves, and those were like 50% off, I think. I did include the price on those, but yeah, I was really surprised that their classic like monogram, like shiny material scarves, but also like more basic scarves, basics in like quotation marks, ended up making it to the outlet. So yeah, if you're on the lookout for a Gucci monogram scarf, definitely hit the outlets. Alright, so let's look at some Prada pieces. The Prada boutique inside Roermond is actually quite sizable. That being said, though, it's not just Prada inside the boutique, it's also Miu Miu and Church's. Church's being the shoe brand that I think Church's was acquired by Prada in like 1999 or something like that. Anyway, so Church's is usually like part of the game when it comes to Prada outlet shops. So is Miu Miu, which is obviously also part of the Prada umbrella. But anyway, so in terms of bags, they did have quite the selection, both like leather bags as well as some nylon bags as well. Yeah, this bucket bag was cute, and they also had a couple of like wicker bags and other like top handle bags. One thing, I mean, they do have their reason, I'm sure, but one thing that kind of annoys me when it comes to Prada outlets is that they don't display the initial price, they only display the outlet price. I'm sure someone super smart at Prada has thought that through, and marketing wise that may be a good call, but for me personally, I prefer to see the initial price and then the amount of savings I can get. So yeah, sometimes like I think in Ferragamo they do that, and they might do that at Gucci as well. They not only like display the initial price and then the outlet price, they actually tell you what the reduction translates into in terms of like percentage wise.
I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into your eyes and tell you that I want you. You know you make me feel so alive. Can't stop thinking about you day and night. Love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down here, you make me smile. You're the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. Everything I needed. I never thought I'd meet someone like you. You know you are the reason. The reason why I feel like I can fly. Thinking about you day and night. I love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down here, you make me smile. You're the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. I wanna hold your head. You're everything that I desire.
So apart from bags, obviously they also had a couple of shoes, not just a couple, actually a good selection of shoes. Talk about shoes though, let's go to Jimmy Choo. So they did have a couple of bags as well, but the shoe selection was where it's at, both in terms of the range of styles that they had, so the sparkly number for instance, but also, and even more importantly, when it comes to the pricing. So some of those shoes were marked down 70%, 80% sometimes, and they also had quite a good section of additional markdowns, both when it comes to shoes as well as bags. So I was really surprised to see the range of shoes, like even classic styles, in the outlet for amazing prices. I mean, granted, we're talking about luxury shoes, so they're gonna be more expensive than your average like high street shoe brand, but you get the idea. For it being such a prestigious shoe brand, the prices were amazing.
You are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. I wanna hold your head. You're everything that I desire. Every time we touch, we get set the world on fire, world on fire. I wanna hold your head. You're everything that I desire, I desire. Oh, every time we touch, we get set the world on fire, world on fire. I just wanna look into your eyes. You know you make me feel like I'm alive. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. I wanna hold your head.
Alright, so let's go to Ferragamo together. I'm so glad that they have a Ferragamo outlet in Roermond because, yeah, Ferragamo, in every single luxury outlet that I've went to so far, always has quite the selection and great markdowns. In this particular boutique, so like the Roermond Ferragamo outlet, they actually had quite a good corner of like bags as well as ready to wear and shoes as well with additional markdowns. Some of those extra markdowns brought the bags down to incredible prices, so that was great. And some of the bags I was definitely able to tell like why they ended up in the like additional markdown section, but some of them were fairly classic, maybe not your typical colors, but yeah. Oh, talk about not being a typical color. Look at this gorgeous studio bag. I do have a studio bag as well, but like a bigger size and not as structured in a floral pattern as well. I ended up having a super long chat with the SA and he was so enthusiastic about the brand. He was like, yeah, definitely make sure to watch the latest runway show and everything. So he was very enthusiastic, and we also tried to find a matching silk scarf with like the exact same pattern as I do have on my studio bag that I own. But unfortunately, they didn't have that exact pattern anymore. Anyway, the SA was so lovely. We, as I said, we had the longest chat, which is also one of the reasons why I didn't film as much as I would have liked to, because I was just like, yeah, I was just like chatting away. He was so knowledgeable and like very passionate about the brand, which is so nice to see. Obviously, it's a retail job and it can be super stressful, but if you're actually passionate about what you're selling, I would guess that makes even the most stressful days a little more enjoyable. But anyway, I digress. Let's look at some more eye candy from Ferragamo. As always, subconsciously, I put an emphasis on filming bags, but I did capture a couple of shoes as well, and those prices were insane.
We're not okay. I look into your eyes and see you fade away. But we're not the same. It's like we're on two sides of the Milky Way. Somehow we got used to the problems. Baby, we got used to falling. I'm tired of feeling blue when I lose myself to love. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. 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 Yeah, I just wanna lose my Do you agree? This is not the way it is supposed to feel. Oh, and I can see.
Alright, quickly checking in. I'm in front of Burberry, which I'm definitely planning to go inside. I just wanted to mention that, as with most luxury outlets, that being said though, this is not just like a pure luxury outlet. I'd say it's a lot bigger than Bicester Village, and they do have more like contemporary brands. I'm looking at Michael Kors, there's Furla, Isabel Marant, but they also have like Only, which is like fairly like fast fashion low tier when it comes to like the pricing. So as with most outlets, I guess the best deals are definitely to be had when it comes to shoes. So if you have a fairly usual shoe size or like mass appealing shoe size, you're definitely gonna find some amazing deals. So I mean, that being said, I'm a 42 European, which is on the taller side, and I did see some 42s in Jimmy Choo, for instance, and not just like sneakers but actually like heels. So that was great. And also like inside Ferragamo, Gucci, Prada, they usually, like, not all of their shoes obviously, but a lot of their shoes were like marked down once, and significant markdowns to begin with. And then some of them were marked down like an additional like 40%, so some of them like ended up like 170 euros, which is amazing. So if you're on the lookout for shoes, designer shoes in particular, they do have some classic styles as well. The outlets are definitely the way to go, but most of the boutiques also had quite a good selection when it comes to bags. I kind of fell in love with a bag inside Ferragamo, one of the studio bags, but a smaller size. So I do own a studio bag, but the larger size, I'm going to link the unboxing and like first impression and everything up here or in the other corner. I love that bag, but that ended up going into the outlets as well. I saw that in Bicester last year, which kind of broke my heart because I paid full price. But anyway, so I did find, like you would have seen it already, should have included the Ferragamo footage already. Anyway, so I did see like a smaller studio bag in a more rigid style. I think it's the studio box style, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, also in like a beautiful like floral print. Like, I might have to go back for that one. He said that they have a couple like back in stock, even like new, like untouched ones. So anyway, I'm gonna loop around the entire outlet and then make up my mind. But yeah, that kind of stole my heart. Anyway, I just wanted to quickly pop in and tell you that A, the selection when it comes to like the range of brands, I guess, is fairly large. So not only luxury boutiques, and B, if you're looking for some new shoes, the outlets are definitely the way to go.
I'm tired of feeling blue when I lose myself to love. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my
So they actually have a promotion going on only until tomorrow. So, but I guess like I wouldn't see a reason why like this weekend is special. So I'd imagine they do those kind of promotions on a somewhat regular basis. So everything except for a couple of scarves, I think, are an additional 30% off. So this banner tote, I've been looking at that one like every time I go to an outlet essentially. And God, like ages ago, I did film a video. I think like my favorite bag out of 24-ish brands, something like that, will be definitely cringe because I think that was like from my first year on YouTube. Anyway, and I think I mentioned that the banner tote would be my favorite from Burberry. I don't own a Burberry bag. I don't think I own anything from Burberry. Anyway, so I think the initial price of the banner bag, like banner tote, is $1,290 or something like that. Then down to, let's see, 835, and then like 30% off, so like 550 euros, which I think for like a somewhat classic bag might actually be discontinued like in the boutiques, but what do we think? Alright, so this is the smaller size. I mean, that being said, there's like that one I just tried on, or like I showed you. Then there's this like massive size, sorry about the flickering, and I'm just like trying on this one. So as you can see, also comes in a beige color, but this is the black. Like price-wise, there's hardly any difference. So I think like the price before the 30% off is like a little under 800 bucks, but it's adorable as well. And the shoulder strap is like way thinner. So that's just to give you a comparison. This is the width of the shoulder strap on the slightly bigger size. Focus. There we go. Anyway, yeah. There you can see the difference. Love this like pop of the Burberry check without being too obvious.
myself to love. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath.
I also quickly popped by Versace just to try my luck for the off chance of them maybe carrying the Versace Fendi collaboration. They didn't have any Fendace pieces, but they did have a couple of shoes on massive discount. So those sneakers, acquire taste, I guess. They did have, like, in general, if you're a fan of the like loud Versace print, they did have loads of ready to wear in this particular print. But look at the pricing on these heels, these like platform heels. I try to zoom it in. Look at that. Like, initial price over 1k and down to a little under 300 euros. Insane. And my last stop was Valentino. I'm aware I usually only show like the women's selection, but most of the boutiques that I went into also had a men's section. Usually the men's section is a lot smaller than the women's section, but they did have menswear as well, and like shoes and ready to wear for men's. I actually tried on a coat from the men's section that was heavily discounted as well. Still crazy pricey and like a little too boxy in terms of the cut for me, but I just like wanted to try it out for the fun of it, I guess. But yeah, the Valentino Outlet boutique in Roermond isn't the biggest, but they did have quite the variety of stock, both shoes as well as bags, ready to wear and all that good stuff.
You stare into my eyes and it makes you wonder, is she the one I'll take home? I stare right back at yours and it makes me wonder, why is he here all alone? I love going out to where the music's too loud and where the people surround me. Yeah, here's my best advice, just let me stay in this vibe and never think that you owe me. Yeah, you can talk to me, boy, and you can move it up close, but that's as far as it goes. I'm not your baby, I might be up for a dance, I might be holding your hand, but that is all I can stand. I'm not your baby, no, you're not gonna get what you came here for. I'm leaving as soon as you ask for more. Yeah, you can talk to me, boy, and you can move it up close, but that's as far as it goes. I'm not your baby. It's getting late, but I'm only getting started, and now they're playing my song.
Alright, so I think we're done for today. Behind me, there is a line in front of Gucci. Good thing, like, I think I mentioned that we arrived like 9:30ish. So when we arrived, it was fairly empty, and one of our first stops was Gucci, which, looking back, was kind of the right decision because, yeah, the line is fairly long. Anyway, I think we're basically done here. Obviously, I didn't go into every shop. I did a little bit of like pick and choosing, and I hope I was able to show you a lot. Did briefly go into Valentino, but yeah. Also, same applies to Bicester Village. Actually, they have like a QR code at the front and like throughout the shop, and you can actually scan it and get access to the entire selection. So you don't actually have to like loop around the store. It wasn't the biggest store to begin with, but I guess maybe they have more stock than they have on display, and you were able to like access the entire like stock list via this kind of like website essentially. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Check out my the Mall Firenze outlet vlogs. I filmed 2 parts, not last year but the year before, but yeah, just to give you an idea of what you can find inside the Mall Firenze outlet close to Florence, and also my 2 Bicester Village outlet shopping vlogs from last year. But anyway, before I keep you any longer, thanks so much for watching, and I'm gonna catch you on one of my next videos. Okay, forgot to mention, I actually brought something home with me. It's a little bit of a longer story, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to unbox it until my birthday because it's going to be a birthday present from my parents. But yeah, cast your votes in terms of what you think I purchased. Oh, I brought home with me. Let's put it that way. So cast your votes. I'm not going to show you the shopping bag, I hope. I didn't include the shopping bag on any of the video footage that I filmed after I purchased it. Anyway, so second try in terms of trying to call this vlog off. Thanks so much for watching, and I'm gonna catch you in one of the next videos. Bye.